Learning the first Maimer in Torah Ohr, Parshas Chayei. So in the beginning of the Maimer, he says, Inyan Sdei HaMachpelah, the connection of this Maimer that's connected to Shabbos. The reason he brings it here in Parshas Chayei, it's regarding to Machpelah. So he says further, Rizal says, it says in the Piyutim from Shabbos, it says that Rizal writes in the Siddur in his Piyut, Yegale lon taimei. The Eibishter should reveal us the secret regarding the 12 breads on Shabbos. The Inun Os Bishmei, which is a letter in God's name, the last letter of Hashem's name, Hey, Kfilo, it's double, Oklisha, and it's weak. What's that? These are saying here. And the Alter Rebbe will explain. Hine milui Hey, Hibehei Acheres. When you write Hey, the name Membez, 42-letter name, you write Hey with an Aleph. In the name Ban, you write Hey with a Hey, then you write Hey with a Yud. So Hey is Behei Acheres. The Pchilas Kfilo Keneda, it's the idea of Kfilo, like it's no in Moras HaMachpelah, which is the Hey, last Hey of Shem Ban, which is Hey Hey. To understand what that Rizal is saying, Alter Rebbe brings to understand that was a pshat that a person eats. The person eats from the food it transforms into blood, into fats. And that is the life of a person. His liver gets the blood, digests it, sifts it, sends it to the brain and to the heart. That's why it says that there's 3 rulers on a person's body: his liver, his heart, and his brain. Now, person eats it, he digests the steak, and he elevates the food. That from being an animal, like Chassidim used to say when they had bison on meat, they said this used to be a cow who would say moo, and now the meat is saying Hashem Echad. So you elevate the food. And not only elevate the food, you become stronger, because we know without eating, a person is weak. And his mind is weak, he can't think about the greatness of Hashem. And thus, from the food becomes a person. So you transform and elevate the food you eat. So this is only in the weekday, but in Shabbos, eating is a whole different idea. The idea of eating on Shabbos is to bring down godliness through the food down here in this world, not to save the holiness in the food. And to eat Lashem Shomayim, it's a war, but you eat it because you bring down Einik. Brought down the beautiful in the Chassidus Muvares. They bring down from the Tzemach Tzedek that he asked his Zaidi, a couple of days before he passed away, it's the same piece of salmon before Shabbos and on Shabbos. Now the Rebbe says, since there's Aliyah Sheilemus and Shabbos, even though you don't see a difference, there is a difference. It's holy fish. Says Apostle in Tehillim, Ocher v'kedem tzatoni. A person on one hand, he's Ocher. He's created last. He's the last. He's the lowest. V'kedem, he's the greatest because he was created last. Everything is ready for him. Zokter Ocher l'maise b'reishis. Because the food, the way it is now after Shviras HaKelim, a person is higher and he elevates. He's kedem. But you talk mitzad the source. The source is from Elim. Like it says in Parshas Vayishlach. Lifnim loch melech l'bnei Yisrael. And then there was Shmiras HaKelim. But the source is higher. V'haraya, the person needs the food. Get him life. Look there. Because a person is the lowest. This is Pshat and Shabbos. There's Aliyah Se'ilamesh. The food is elevated. And it brings Chayei to the Nefesh. From higher down to the person through the 12 breads of Lechem Aponim. And the 12 breads of Yidit Shabbos. This is the Pshat. Posik in Mishlei says, Tzadik Eichel Seva Nafshei, better than Shoim Techsa. A Tzadik eats healthy foods and he's full. But a Rasha eats candy, eats unhealthy food. So the Metzudas touches up. Techsa, he's always lacking, he's not fully sustained. The Alter Rebbe learns Pshat differently. There's two Eifanim in eating. There's a tzaddik, us on Shabbos, and a tzaddik a whole week. He's loseva nafshe, to bring down chayes from the food to satiate his soul. Then there's ubet and shoim techsar, that when a yid eats during the week, he takes something out of the bet and the shoim. The shoim is the klipis. It says a posik in Yov Chayiv Bola that the klipa has energy of kedusha, and you have to take it and transform it to kedusha through davening and learning with the power of the food. You take away the chayes of the umazeh, dasip shat ubet and rishoim techsar, that you take it out of their stomach. You bring the chayes into kedusha. Eating a whole week, b'chinas birur, is to be better than shoim techsa. But eating on Shabbos is to bring down godliness to yourself through the food, because the food has its shadish. The way it's higher than the person, and there's no need for birur. This is pshat in the Zohar. What says, and regarding a pasuk in Malachi, it says, I will put on you the peres, the leftover, the not good of the holiday. You didn't make the poor people happy, but it doesn't say peres shabbatchem, doesn't say. That's why there's a custom to fast Monday, Thursday, and Monday after Yom Tov. Maybe you didn't eat l'shem shamayim on Yom Tov, but not after Shabbos. Because in the weekday, there could be peres, but not Shabbos. Shabbos, there's no psoilis. Psoilis is from Eitz Hadas, through the Mauritian. But higher than Eitz Hadas, every person has good and bad. Some have more good, some have more bad. Shabbos is higher, there's no evil. So Memele, there's no peres for Shabbos. Yom Tov, it says peres chagichem, because Yom Tov there is some evil. Well, now you're allowed to cook and bake. You're not allowed to cut the wheat, but you're allowed to do a little, so there's still some sailors. So what do you do to make sure that it's all Shem Shomayim? You make sure there's poor people, make sure there's poor people by the meal. And this helps it. This helps it. Why? Because when you're happy, you want other people to be happy. And this simcha that you make by other Yidden is mamtik the dinim. But if not, there's peres, and you punish him for it. That's Yom Tov. Shabbos, even though there's no poor, this punishment is not so great. Because on Shabbos, there's no peres. It doesn't say there's no punishment, not so great, the punishment. Because Shabbos is a different type of eating. Now that we have this Hakdama, we're going to try to understand what the Arizal said. The Arizal said, the inunos b'shmei kfilo klisha. Klisha is weak. Yud involving, Yud becomes avov. Yud becomes avov because Yud is tzimtzum. So therefore there could be avov. But hey, it's a lower level, the second hey, the milui. And it's double. And it's a little weaker. But Zokla Osid Love. Well, asking Hashem, tell us even the greater secrets. It won't be double, it'll be the original hey, and this will be revealed. It says in the Zohar, like it says in Zechariah, sorry. Pasuk Bayema Hoyeh, there'll be Hashem Echod, there'll be no Elam is Vestated. Now it's Kfila and Klisha, there's Tzimtzumim. We get a little bit, Shabbos, everyone's elevated. But that's nothing. What it's going to be like, and this is what Arizal meant in his piyut. Yegale long time may gotten you. Give us the revelation without double, the original hey, without some tzumim. Ayid ask Hashem for Mashiach. Yegale long time.